OKX just launched a payment protocol for AI payments. Israel approved a national stablecoin on a public blockchain. North Korea stole 76% of every dollar stolen this year in crypto. If that sounds like your kind of signal, hit the subscribe and like button. This is Running Web3 Weekly. We have a new video every Monday. Let's get started. Coinbase did, Stripe did it. Now OKX just entered the race. The war for the payment rail of agent economy is on. On April 29th, OKX launched the Agent Payments Protocol, APP. It's an open standard that lets AI agents handle the full cycle of business transaction: quoting, negotiating, escrowing funds, metering usage, setting and resolving disputes, all autonomously, no human in the loop. Built across Solana, Ethereum and 20 plus blockchains. Partners from day one: Ethereum Foundation, Uniswap, AWC, Alibaba Cloud, Nansen. This follows X402 and MPP standard that we covered in episode 5. This matters because now we have not 2, 3 open standard AI agent payment standards. X402 handles single per call micropayments. MPP is Stripe's institutional angle. APP goes even further because it covers the full commerce lifecycle. An agent can now negotiate terms, hold funds in escrow until delivery, and dispute the outcome. That's an autonomous business framework. The fact that OKX, Stripe, and Coinbase are building at the same space at the same time is definitely the signal. If you're building agents or APIs right now, you have 3 choices, or probably you can pick all of those 3. However, the honest answer is nobody knows who wins yet. Watch whether and how developers and builders will adapt those 3 protocols for their applications. A national regulator just approved a stablecoin on public blockchain, and we are talking about 2-year live pilot. On April 28th, Israel's Capital Market Authority granted full regulatory approval to BILS, a stablecoin pegged 1-to-1 to the Israeli shekel, issued by bits of gold on Solana. This approval was followed by a 2-year supervised pilot in a blockchain under the regulator's sandbox framework. This matters because of not what happened, but how it actually happened. Because now we see that regulators are ready to test real crypto products on their sandboxes. That's the signal for builders. Public blockchains are now passing the compliance test. The best stake here is that the Israelis' experience is quite replicable. If it works there, probably you have to watch for several approvals from the EU or probably UAE national banks. To independent teams, same problem, same answer. Solana just told the world that they are ready for quantum era, even before it arrives. 2 core developer teams, Enze and Jump Crypto's Firedancer, independently researched post-quantum migration paths and arrived at the same conclusion: Falcon, designed for high-throughput blockchains. Both teams have already published their implementations on their GitHub repos. This matters because of how the decision was made, not what was actually decided. 2 teams studied the problem independently and then converged on the same conclusion. Timing also matters. The quantum timeline is tightening. Every blockchain running on ED 25519 standards will eventually have to migrate, and if we can be sincere, we are talking about almost every blockchain. If you're building on Solana almost on any use cases, 2 things to do right now. Check out Enzo and Firedancer GitHub repos. 2. Look at Blueshift's Vault as a live implementation. News from North Korea: $577 million. 76% of every dollar stolen in crypto was made by North Koreans. Lazarus Group, North Korea's state hacking unit, executed 2 precision attacks in April alone. 285 million from Drift Protocol on April 1st and 292 million from Kelp DAO on April 19th. Together, just 3% of total incidents. But if we are talking about the value, it is 76% of all money stolen in crypto through the last year. Cumulative total since 2017, over $6 billion. This matters because of trajectory, not just the numbers. There are 2 things to take from this. 1. Your threat model needs a human layer. Both Kelp and Drift Protocol exploits were successful not because smart contracts were broken, but because the humans and infrastructure were compromised around them. And if we're talking about human factor, of course, It's your own decision and your team, but if we are talking about infrastructure matter, you know who can provide it. 2. If your protocol integrates with cross-chain liquidity infrastructure that has no freeze mechanism, you're an exploit away from watching your funds disappear. For years, the crypto secured the code, but the AI does not attack the code, it attacks everything around it. On April 25, CoinDesk published a breakdown of how Anthropic's new AI model is changing the approach to security across the crypto industry. Mythos, instead of scanning known bugs, it simulates an attacker and observes how small weaknesses across different protocols can be chained into a real-world exploit. Both Coinbase and Binance reportedly approached Anthropic to test their new AI model. This matters because Mythos shows us a fundamental change in blockchain security. Head of security of Gauntlet put it directly: the bigger risk sit in infrastructure. When I think about AI-driven threats, I'm less concerned about smart contract exploits and more focused on AI-assisted attacks against the human and infrastructure layers. Mythos is essentially an automated system to build attacks like this. One question to ask about your own system is following: if Mythos spend, let's say, 24 hours exploring how your protocol, how your app connects to everything around your application, what would it found? And this is not a theoretical question. For example, the Versal breach happened because one of their workers used AI tool to connect to their Google Workspace. That was the week in Web3 without token prices and meme coins. We focus on products, tech, and things that actually powers our industry. We release a video every Monday on X and YouTube. Check out our beautiful communities there. So, my name is Sergey and I'm DevRel at GetBlock. See you next Monday.